Hey, Summerhill Cinema 700 here with my second Blu-ray dash movie news video. I know I've said I was going to do these every Friday, but I just figured I'd rather just do them every time, there's a lot of big news with Blu-ray releases or whatever coming out. Then make a video. And before we get started this, apologies for not having made any videos in quite a while. I've just been very busy this year. It's been a busy year in general for me of doing things. Started a new job last year, so I've been busy with that a lot this year, so just haven't had as much time to do videos, but I'm planning to do more as soon as I just get the time. And I just haven't had much time either to just hang around watching movies because just so occupied of doing things, but try to do as many videos as I can, hopefully to do more soon. Well, let's just dive right into this. So I'm just going to be reading off the screen over here. I just kind of, I didn't take everything that's going to be released because that would take too long, but I just took the releases that kind of stuck out to me as far as, upcoming Blu-ray releases that I think are pretty cool and stuff. So the first one here, we have a 3-disc limited edition Blu-ray with lenticular cover of Two Evil Eyes by Blue Underground, the George Romero and Dario Argento film. I've actually never seen the film, but heard a lot about it over the last couple of years and whatnot, so might check that out eventually. Now the thing with Blue Underground, which is it kind of has me on I don't know where I stand, because they keep re-releasing films that they've already put out on Blu-ray, which is a little bit annoying, but at the same time they're putting out these definitive versions of these movies, which is cool. I mean, they're doing it with the Zombie by Lucio Fulci. They're doing it with the New York Ripper. So they're putting out these definitive versions of the films, but it's just kind of annoying because they've already been released on Blu-ray. But like I said, we're getting the definitive version, so I'm just kind of I don't know what to think about it. It's great, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating for people that already own previous releases. Like, I bought the 1-disc Blu-ray of Zombie, and they did a 2-disc version as well. A 2 or 3-disc version before, and now there's another version, so they put it out on Blu-ray 3 times, and it's just I don't know which one to get. I do want to get the new one because it's the definitive version. It has a new remaster scan, and it has the soundtrack, which is really cool. But it's just kind of annoying for people that just want one version of the film and they have to keep buying more and more, so that's a little frustrating. But it's been a while since Blue Underground put out some original material. I love Blue Underground. I think they're a great company, but I'd just like to see them putting out some more original material, kind of like they did back in 2017 with their release of The Lift and Down and Amsterdam. I got The Lift and Amsterdam, and those are both absolutely awesome releases, and it's really cool because neither of those films had been released on Blu-ray in North America before, so those releases were super special, and they're some of my favorite Blu-ray releases in the last few years. So hope to see some more original material coming from Blue Underground. But anyways, there's a 3-disc limited edition coming of Two Evil Eyes. Now this is probably the biggest news for me personally. Scorpion is releasing a Blu-ray with a new 2K scan of Terror Train. Now this is very exciting for me and anybody else who didn't get the Scream Factory Blu-ray, because that's a release that I really wished I had gotten, and I had a lot of opportunity to get it and I just never jumped on it, when it was still not out of print. But now that it's out of print, somebody else had to turn to the Blu-ray, and that is Scorpion releasing. So they're releasing a Blu-ray of Terror Train. I'm not sure if it's just a Blu-ray or if it's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, but just looking at the artwork here, and some people are kind of up and down with the artwork. I've heard a lot of negative things about the newly commissioned artwork, and there's someone honking uncontrollably outside. That's kind of extremely fucking annoying, but let's just try to... Actually, I think it's a car alarm. Anyways, so back to the Terror Train. Lost Red was the newly commissioned artwork. It's kind of, cluttered. There's a lot of different, colors going on there. I don't mind it too bad. They kind of did go a little bit overboard with the artwork. Thankfully, though, we'll have the option to reverse it to the original artwork, like a lot of these Blu-ray releases, which is just great. So, very excited to get the Terror Train Blu-ray from... Holy Christ, man. Sorry that this is, are we done? Okay, there we go. Lost my train of thought. So I'm very excited to be able to finally get this on Blu-ray. I've heard a lot of good things about the Scream Factory release, but being that this has a new 2K scan, it might be a superior release to that one. Those who have the Scream Factory release might not need to get this one, but I don't know unless I compare them side by side, which I won't be able to do. So I'm definitely planning on picking up this release. I haven't read anything about special features. I'm not sure if there's any info on that yet, but Terror Train's coming to Blu-ray again, so that's something to be very excited for, and that's probably the biggest Blu-ray news for me personally for this summer. I don't know the exact release date, but I believe it is coming out this summer, either July or August, so very excited about that. Now on to some Arrow Video news. They're going to be releasing Clive Barker's Nightbreed, which is very cool, but then again here, this has already been released on Blu-ray from Scream Factory, so I don't know if this is just going to be a UK release, but it looks like it's going to be a Region A, USA and Canada release. So it just says Clive Barker's Nightbreed coming to Arrow Video 2019, more info and specs to be announced. So, you know, cool and whatnot if they're gonna make a superior version, but why do we keep getting, you know, multiple releases of films? I'd like to see some new films coming out. It's been a long time since I was really excited for any, you know, like upcoming release. I can't even remember last time I was excited for like a new release was probably like the Amsterdam back in 2017 or the Lift, like I was saying. Well, there's been some stuff since then, but there's 2016, 2017 were much better years for releases. 2018, 2019, not so much. I'd have to look through and see what I got. I mean, even back in 2017 we had like the Slayer, and there was so many great releases, so hopefully we see some more original releases coming out soon. I know I keep going on about that in the video, but it just kind of bugs me a bit. So now from Scream Factory, we have a collector's edition of John Carpenter's Vampires available for pre-order now, and it looks like it's coming out sometime in September. So that's pretty cool. It's a great film, and don't think that's been released on Blu-ray yet. And you know, Scream Factory always does a great job with their releases. So that's Vampires. Vinegar Syndrome has just released its next 4 titles coming out soon, and I don't know any of them. One's called Hellmaster. That sounds a little bit familiar. Then there's one called Play Dead, which has a dog on the cover. Then The Pink Ladies, and one is something Mascara. They look like some sort of sexploitation films, but Play Dead looks interesting, and Hellmaster, I'll have to look more into that, but those are some releases from Vinegar Syndrome, if that's any interest to any of you. Also, the Vinegar Syndrome website's back up and running, so after they had their little Black Friday sale, for some reason their website always crashes when they're doing that. I guess there's so many people ordering things, so. Severin Films is also finally coming out with, or sorry, not Severin, Synapse is finally coming out with another Blu-ray. They haven't done much in a long time. They're releasing Django the Bastard, a spaghetti western, one I haven't seen. There's so many Django movies, it's just hard to keep track of them all, but they're releasing that on Blu-ray, and it's coming out August 13th, 2019. Next we have Blu-ray from Wicked Vision Media, which is a company I've never heard of. Limited VHS retro edition of Gate 1 and Gate 2 on Blu-ray. Again, these have already been released on Blu-ray before, but you get kind of a cool old VHS box cover, kind of like the releases that Mill Creek's doing. And then lastly, you know, there's a few other releases. Universal Horror Collection coming out with like 4 Boris Karloff films and stuff like that. So that pretty much covers all the big news. Hopefully we'll hear some more big news coming out. I'm planning on getting some movies soon to do like a Blu-ray video update, and stay tuned for some. Going to do hopefully a comparison soon to the new Pet Sematary versus the original Pet Sematary. So stay tuned for that. Hoping to do that soon. And yeah, so there's some decent stuff. Definitely looking forward to that Terror Train Blu-ray release. That's probably the most exciting out of all these in my opinion. So let me know if you're interested in any of these releases. Do you plan on getting any of them? Did I miss any that I didn't mention or whatnot? Let me know. So thank you for watching my Blu-ray news video number 2. And we'll see you next time. Take care.